Hello and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something I know we've all experienced. That deeply, profound, yet entirely unspoken feeling of energy we sense when we're around certain people. You know, that silent exchange that happens the exact moment we cross paths. We're going to unpack the psychology behind why human connection actually feels the way it does. We're moving past the mystery and straight into the fascinating science of how we truly perceive one another. Let's get started. So, take a second and think back. Have you ever met someone who instantly made you feel entirely understood? Think about that immediate sense of calm. You probably felt like you could just take a deep breath and be yourself, right? And the crazy part is, they didn't even have to do or say anything extraordinary. They weren't trying too hard, and honestly, neither were you. Simply being around them just felt easy. It's a truly wonderful feeling, isn't it?
Now compare that beautiful, uplifting presence with the folks who inexplicably leave us feeling tense and emotionally drained. We have absolutely all had those encounters. You know the ones. You have a quick 5-minute chat, nothing objectively wrong is even said, yet you walk away feeling like you're carrying a heavy weight that isn't even yours. It's like you've somehow absorbed their stress or negativity like a sponge. So why exactly does this happen?
Let's look at Section 1, the mystery of vibes. Is this real psychology or just a creation of the mind?
Well, for literally thousands of years, cultures all around the globe have tried to put words to this invisible exchange. Different traditions use different terms. Some call it an energy field, some call it a person's presence, and others refer to it as spirit. But the one thing they all share is this foundational belief that we affect one another in ways that go way beyond spoken words. And while ancient traditions have long mapped this out, modern psychology and neuroscience are actually finally catching up. They're offering us a fascinating, science-based explanation for what's really going on behind the scenes.
Moving to Section 2, decoding our subconscious signals. This is all about the brain's invisible data processing.
Okay, so every single second, your brain is essentially acting like a high-speed supercomputer. It's quietly, automatically scanning everything. Facial microexpressions, the exact pitch of someone's voice, the tension in their posture, the way they hold eye contact, and literally thousands of other tiny, subtle signals. And from all of that rapid-fire data, boom, we form an instant gut feeling. It's what we casually call energy or vibes.
Think about walking into a totally quiet room. Nobody is saying a word, yet you can immediately sense the tension hanging in the air, right? You could practically cut it with a knife. Or think about the flip side, walking into a completely unfamiliar place and just instantly feeling a wash of warmth and ease.
Now, that might seem completely mysterious in the moment, almost like magic, but it's actually a complete marvel of human biology. Your brain is detecting subtle emotional cues long before your conscious mind has any time to catch up and understand them. You are quite literally reading the room before you've even had a chance to say hello.
That brings us to Section 3, the science of emotional contagion, how feelings spread invisibly.
So emotional contagion is a very real, established psychological phenomenon. It's basically where we automatically mimic and synchronize our expressions, our vocalizations, and our posture with someone else. So when someone is calm, joyful, or emotionally grounded, the people around them naturally begin to reflect those exact same feelings. Vibes aren't some mystical force. They are quite literally contagious emotional states. And this perfectly explains that stark contrast we feel around different people. Look, just like a yawn is contagious, so is an emotional state. Spending time with someone calm leaves us feeling elevated simply because we've caught their positive emotion. Conversely, we leave a tense interaction feeling totally exhausted because our nervous system was basically forced to process their stress, frustration, or anxiety as if it were our own.
Next up is Section 4, mirrors of the inner world, finding ourselves in others. This is where it gets really interesting. Our own internal state heavily dictates our perception of others. As you can see here, if you're carrying emotional pain, your radar is going to be hypersensitive to kindness. If you feel deeply lonely, you'll instantly recognize and be drawn to genuine warmth. And if you're feeling afraid, well, your brain naturally seeks out people who emit signals of safety. Basically, our own emotional wounds and needs act as an invisible lens through which we view everyone else.
So we aren't just sensing other people, we are actually discovering parts of ourselves through them. This kind of internal mirroring explains a really common phenomenon. You know when two people have completely different impressions of the exact same person? One of you might find someone incredibly inspiring and engaging, while your friend finds that exact same person super intimidating and overwhelming. The wild part is, neither of you is wrong.
You're both just viewing that relationship through the lens of your own unique experiences, wounds, hopes, and needs. There's a quote that goes, "Every encounter is more than two people meeting. It is two inner worlds crossing paths." I just love that. Human connection is incredibly complex, and honestly, it's beautiful precisely because it's a collision of entirely different lives. When you connect with someone, your entire history is literally shaking hands with theirs.
Moving into our final part, Section 5, the healing power of presence, the gift of feeling seen.
When there's someone in your life whose presence truly brings you peace, they do something absolutely remarkable. They make you feel safe, seen, accepted, and understood. Most importantly, they make you feel totally free from the pressure to hide. If someone's presence calms you, it's not because they have some magical aura. It's simply the profound, rare gift of letting you safely exist exactly as you are, completely without a mask and completely without judgment. In a world where so many of us feel pressured to perform or constantly wear a mask, a safe presence is literally everything. We don't always need brilliant advice, perfect answers, or immediate solutions to heal our wounds. Often, we just need a safe, shared presence. We just need someone sitting beside us, gently reminding us that we don't have to carry the weight of the world all by ourselves.
Perhaps we'll never fully map out every single biological and psychological reason why certain people affect us so deeply. But whether this connection is driven by evolutionary psychology, emotional contagion, or just the beautiful, unsolved mystery of the human spirit, it reminds us of one deep, fundamental truth. Human beings are not meant to journey through life completely alone. We absolutely need each other's energy.
So I'll ask you, have you ever met someone whose presence instantly made you feel safe, understood, or at peace? Maybe someone whose energy changed the very direction of your life? I really encourage you to reflect on those people today. Share your experience in the comments below, because honestly, your story might be exactly what someone else needs to read today to feel seen and understood. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep connecting, and I'll catch you next time.